Welcome to the third week of Roland Garros. Two unseeded players without ATP points, with 0 ATP points, duking it out at a faraway sports complex in Singapore. Impossible to access by public transport. That's where everything is happening. Secret menu stuff. You don't know this thing exists. You didn't order it. It's like you go to some conceptual bar. You're thinking, I think that's my last drink here. You get a check on your way out, and the bartender brings you another one of their goodbye drinks. What is it? I don't know. But do I drink it? Hell yes. That's what this is. You don't think about tennis matches happening all the time. It used to be that what happens on the court kind of stays on the court. But once I started to record my tennis matches and realized there's a lot of people that's doing it too. There's actually a lot of tennis videos on YouTube. So many that you can give one out for free to everybody on their way out. Does it mean it's not good? No. I think my videos are exquisite. It's peak entertainment, in my opinion, of course. Let's actually talk about this match, shall we? Maybe it's more useful when the audio and visual of the video are actually referring to the same subject. This is another one of my ladder matches. This ladder I'm referring to is a online ranking system for amateur tennis players. And you can challenge each other. And if you win, you take the player's ranking. For example, Jeremy is number 12 here, and he's challenging me, the number 7. And if he wins this match, he becomes the new number 7. And I get pushed down one spot to become number 8. And so is everyone that's ranked below me. So you can see how this is kind of a dynamic or chaotic ranking system to encourage participation. Because unlike, say, an MMR or ELO system where you have to maintain a positive win rate above 50% to progress in your ranking, this kind of system, you can just, beat a higher ranked player from time to time, even if you lose more matches than you win. As a result, you can improve your ranking quickly, and then it decays slowly. So kind of a smart design to make tennis matches less frustrating. We all know tennis is a hard sport by itself. After every match, I'm going home. I'm already crying about my forehand approach shot going long or going into the net. I don't want to cry about losing fake internet points on top of that, Like, it's enough. I have enough on my plate. Anyway, a little bit about my opponent Jeremy here. We played once before last year, I think in July. He double bageled me in under an hour. It all happened very quickly after the match ended. I don't even know if he plays with one-hand backhand or two-hand backhand. I know now he's a one-hander, but that's very recent discovery. Anecdotally, the last time we played, I just came out of COVID, so I was out of breath all the time. But if I have to say, because the skill gap was huge, even if I didn't get COVID, just with my normal, cardiovascular capacity, I still probably wouldn't take a game of him. I would just be breathing better and suck the same way. So this time, because I'm the challenge player, I can propose the venue, and I thought it would be really interesting to play a clay court match during the French Open week. And because Jeremy is a big hitter, he's got really good serve, really good forehand. So maybe if I bring him on the clay, the surface will nerf his heavy hitting a little bit. And I also got some shoes with the clay court herringbone pattern, so maybe that helps me to move a little better on the court. Yeah, a lot of gamesmanship going on to help me improve my chance of not getting double bageled again this year. Just looking at the scoreline here, I would say my evil plan worked. I held my serve and break in both sets, which is a huge improvement from last year. Look at this forehand. See how the left foot is kind of sliding on the follow-through? For me, that's the biggest difference between playing on hard court and clay, is that whenever I'm having an unstable or off-balance moment, because the clay is slippery, it will punish that. I will have to take more steps to recover, and that's taking time away from myself. You don't see this on TV that much because the pro players make it look very easy with their training, better court condition and equipment. So I like to play on clay courts from time to time. It seems to be a good way to improve my movement because it exposes the unstable moments in my movements more. If the same thing happened on hard court, a lot of time I don't notice it because I'm carried by the friction between my shoes and the surface. So I think it's still useful to add clay court playing as part of my training. Also, it's just very fun to run around in the dirt. Anything that makes tennis more outdoor, I'm into it. It would be good to have a match where it's not raining, but there's lightning in the sky, rainbow on the other side, playing on clay or real grass, and there's wild animal roaming around the court during changeovers, and when the time is up, a tornado will come, blow them off the court so you can keep playing. And in the distance background, you can see iron meteors falling into an erupting volcano, splattering molten lava everywhere. So you will have all the elements. That would be ideal. That would be an ideal tennis experience. Before I find some place to do that, I do embrace windy situation, sun in my face when I'm serving, bad bounce, dirt in my socks. That's all fun for me. It's second set, 3-5. I'm serving to stay in the match. I produced 2 good outwide serves. I would say the most visible improvement I made last year is my serve and return. In this match, I had some hard time returning Jeremy's serve with my forehand when I'm trying to do too much with it. But overall, it doesn't seem impossible to return his serves like last year. In my service game, I can set up some advantage for myself now, and I reduced the double faults quite a bit. It used to be that I double fault once or twice every game. Now I don't double fault every game, which is good enough for me. The games are just much more enjoyable when I'm not starting all my service game love 15 or love 30 down. So last time I was talking about finding a use for the forehand slice. This is the one. I think it's appropriate forehand approach slice. But besides this, I'm still not convinced that this is a good shot to use from behind the baseline when you can avoid it. It just seems to give good player too much time to create angles or hit a really solid shot off of it. It's hard to catch people off guard with it if I'm not hitting a drop shot because I'm kind of just hitting the spots I can with my normal forehand. It's a slower, weaker shot with just a little bit of underspin, which I don't think bothers most people. That's it for now. Later this month, I'm playing another opponent who bageled and baguette me from before. I will see if I can record a match and demonstrate my resolve in cutting down all the carbs by doing a little bit better this time.